Morning guys. Hi Dennis, Tasha, Anatoly, hope you're well. Bit better weather this morning. Sun's back out. Dennis, you're going to need a cone or cones today, or just some kind of target, so or markers, brick, a water bottle, anything you've got really. Hi Theo, same for you. You're going to need some cones or water bottle, some markers, could be a stone, a rock from the garden, anything like that. Hi Jacob, Amanda, Martin, hope you're okay. Just saying to the other guys, you need maybe a cone or some kind of marker today. Whether you've got a cone or a tennis ball or a water bottle or a rock from the garden, just something that you can use as a marker. So we're going to do a session on recovery. So where to recover and why. So a lot of the exercises that we're going to do this morning are going to be based around that. Okay, so when you're recovering from wide balls, changing direction, when you're defending, when you're going forwards, lots of different ideas on recovery that I'm sure some of you will already know, but it's always good to practice them. Okay, we'll just give people another few seconds. So yeah, marker, tennis ball, a drinks bottle, cone, stone, anything, brick, something that is heavy enough so it's not going to be blowing away. Hi Brad, are you okay? Hope you're alright. If you're joining in, Brad, you need just to get a marker of some kind if you can, so a line or a drinks bottle or a stone or a rock from the garden, a brick, water bottle, anything that's weighty enough just to put on the floor, just to mark some space. Hi Dennis, hi Lois. So the session's going to be on recovery. So you need a marker, cone, stone, water bottle, brick. Doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's heavy enough just to be on the floor. So hi Martin, Chloe, Jack, Joe, hope you're all okay. The session's going to be on recovering, so we need, as I'm just keep repeating myself, you need a stone or a rock or a water bottle or a brick or tennis ball or a marker or a cone, something that can act as a recovery marker. Okay, so let's start our warm up. We'll just go for 3 minutes again. So forwards and backwards. And to the side. Some crossovers. Good. Okay, so let's have opening the gate. And the other leg. Good. And out to in. Good, and some hamstrings. Twists. So if you're just joining, if you can get some kind of marker or recovery target that you'll need today, because we're going to do a session on recovery. So it doesn't have to be a cone. If you've got a cone, great. It could be a, I don't know, a football or a tennis ball or a drinks bottle, something that's ideally not too big. Stone from the garden. Just anything. It could be a book, it could be anything. Just something that's weighty enough so it's not going to blow away. It just gives you an idea about, or a pointer in terms of where you need to recover to. Good. Alright, so just do a few lunges to finish off. Stockers, hope you're okay. Not sure whether you heard that last message, but we're going to do a session on working on recovery. So you just need a recovery of some kind, cone or some kind of marker like that. Great. If not, it's no problem. Just drinks bottle, tennis ball, something that can just act as a marker. Good. So what we're going to do. We're going to think a little bit more about where we're recovering to after the shot that we've played. So this idea about playing the game at both ends. So it's about where you've hit the ball to and where you should be looking to recover back to. So I've got my marker here. So I'm going to put my marker just slightly in front of me, or slightly in front of the baseline I should say, as if this is the central part of the court. Okay, so that is the middle of where I'm working in between in terms of from right to left. Okay, so that marker represents the middle of the court. Okay, so anytime we are going to do some cross-court shots, you're just going to try and get back to the near side of the marker from where you played the shot from. Okay, so if I'm playing my forehand from over here, for example, if I was playing my forehand from here, I'd be getting back just a little bit to the side of the marker. If I'm hitting down the line, I'll be looking to get just to the other side of the marker. So a bit more of a recovery. Okay? If I played down the middle, then a lot of the time you'd be just purely looking at getting back behind the marker. So we're going to work, the recovery is going to be more on the lateral side at the moment, and we'll have a look at forwards and backwards recovery and how that might impact depending on how you play the shot or where you play the shot. Okay? So we're just going to do a bit of work on forehand cross courts to start off with. So the recovery after a forehand cross court is going to be just not all the way back to the marker, so you're just cheating your position a little bit, because the likelihood of the next ball is going to come back cross court, and the part of the court that you're able to leave open is a small, thin part of the court for your opponent to hit down the line. Because if they want to take that shot on and be able to hit that area of the court hard, well, they can go for it. If they make it too good, but more times than not, they're going to miss. So we don't actually need to cover that little thin part of the court down the line from their shot. Okay? So all we're going to do, work on forehands cross court, and just making sure that we're not going to over recover. Okay? So again, I'm going to play, I think I'm looking like I'm a right-hander from where you are. Okay, but I'm in fact actually left-handed, as a lot of you already know. So I'm going to work on my forehand first, getting out wide, and then just trying to recover and split just to the side of the marker. So I'm getting back to that position where I've played the shot from this side. I just cheat my position slightly. Okay, so we're just going to do that for 30 seconds. off we go. So I start with a split step, I move out, I play my forehand, I recover just to here. Back out again, just to here. That's it, recover, split to here. So I don't know whether you can see my marker, hopefully you can, it's nice and bright orange. Good. Forehand cross court, back to here. Forehand cross court recovery. Forehand cross court recovery. Forehand cross court recovery. Good. And as I always say to you, I'm quite restricted in space, so you can push your distances wide, really work yourself in a full length of a court, or sorry, full width of a court if you've got that space. Okay? Same thing. Alright, so we got a cross to the backhand, recover again. See if you can put a crossover recovery in. So you hit, crossover recovery, split. Off we go. So I split, move out, crossover, split. Move out, crossover, split. So I'm never getting behind the cone at the moment if I played a good solid backhand cross court, because the position I want to be in now to be most effective in covering the court is just slightly away from the middle on the side that you from. So I go cross court. This is when you're hitting cross court. And relax. Good. Okay, so now we're going to look at when we go down the line as well. So you're going to hit 2 cross courts. So 1 cross court, recover with the cross court recovery. Second ball cross court, recover with the cross court recovery. Then I'm going to go down the line. When I go down the line, I'm across to the other side. And then we do the same thing, backhand, backhand. Okay, so, just double check that one. So, actually we just do the forehand. Okay, off we go. So, I go forehand cross court recovery. Forehand cross court recovery. Forehand down the line, to the side. Let's practice that again. So forehand cross court recovery. Not all the way back to the cone, remember. And then when we change the direction, that's when we get to the other side of the cone. Okay, so forehand cross court recovery. Forehand cross court recovery. Forehand down the line, you get to the other side of the cone. Good. Okay, same thing on the backhand. 2 cross, 1 line. So thinking where you're playing the shot, what effect that's going to have on where you need to recover to. So as I say, we just work on the lateral movement at the moment. So I go backhand cross court, crossover step, cross court recovery. Backhand cross court, crossover step, cross court recovery. I go down the line, go across to the other side. So backhand cross court recovery. Backhand cross court recovery, backhand down the line, get across to the other side. Here we go, backhand cross court, good, backhand down the line, get across. Good. Okay, next one. Now, this is where we're going to look a little bit on forwards and backwards movement. So we're going to focus a little bit on the backwards movement here. So you're going to play forehand cross court a couple of times, but you're going to lose that cross court battle. So what that means is that when you're recovering after knowing now that you played a not such a great forehand cross court, as you're recovering, you're actually now going to recover diagonally backwards and get more behind the cone, because your second cross court shot hasn't done damage. It hasn't gone cross court, it's gone more sort of down the middle of the court, which gives your opponent a chance now to play back cross court behind you or play down the line. Okay? So what's going to happen, you're going to go good first shot cross court, so good cross court recovery. The second one, you've been pulled a bit wider, you've not quite been able to play a good quality shot, so now as you're recovering, you're going to recover backwards and across to the middle and get behind the cone. Okay? After that shot happens, after that position happens, you choose one more shot. So you can split step and try and defend back behind you, or you can split step and try and defend the space. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right, so what we do is we go for 30 seconds. So remember, the first shot is a good solid forehand cross court with cross court recovery. The second one, you don't quite make it, so we get back, and then you choose which side you go to. And again, so good cross court recovery, and you don't quite make that one, so you get back further, and then you move. Good. And again, so forehand cross court, good cross court recovery, lost your quality, get further back, and then move. Good, so hopefully that makes sense. So we're now looking at one shot where you're recovering laterally, that we've talked about, and then the next shot where you're actually now going to be on the defence. You're going to give yourself a bit more space, so give yourself some time and actually get back behind the cone, because your opponent's got the option of going both ways, so you need to get further back and try and cover both sides. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So we do the same on the backhand. So we move out, play a good solid shot, cross court recovery. Our next shot isn't great, so now we back off, split. Good. Again. So, cross court, recover. Our next shot's not great, so we back off, and now we try and play one more. Good. And good shot, cross court recovery, weaker ball, we get further back, and then recover. Good. Okay. Right. Right, what have we got next? Forehand cross court, forehand line approach. Okay, yeah, so we're going to look at how you're going to cover the space going forward. So you're going to play two good forehands cross court, a forehand line approach, and then when you're now moving forwards, it's important to understand that you follow the line of the ball. So if you're going to approach down the line, as you're coming in, again, don't get attracted right back towards the middle. Try and follow the line of the ball. So get more behind the line of the ball. So as I play this forehand down the line, I'm going to be more over here, because the only part of the court that I'm going to leave open is a really, really short angle cross court, which is the toughest shot really for your opponent to hit. Okay, so we can afford to leave a little bit of space there. It's best not to leave the space down the line, because that is physically the easiest shot for your opponent, just to try and belt one down the line. And if they try and go cross court and they don't quite get the angle, well then you can cut that off, because the ball will be crossing over the middle of the net and you'll be able to cover that. So whenever you're approaching, we'll look at the approach down the line today. Whenever you're approaching, it's making sure that you're coming in behind the line of the ball more, rather than again getting attracted towards the middle of the court. If you get attracted towards the middle of the court, it's very easy that you get done on the down the line shot, which is a shot which is an easier one for your opponent just to try and thrash out on. Okay, so we'll play one forehand cross actually, then we'll play the forehand up the line, and then you can finish with a volley. Okay, so off we go. So we go split, forehand cross court recovery, and now we go down the line, follow the line of the ball, and volley. Good, again. So, split, out to the forehand cross court, good shot, weaker response, we go down the line, follow the line of the ball, and volley. Again, so forehand cross court recovery, forehand down the line, follow the line, volley. Good. Hope that made sense. We'll do the same on the backhand. So you're going to go backhand cross court, backhand recovery position, cross court recovery. Then we go up the line, we follow the line of the ball again, so you should be just slightly off centre on the side that you're hitting the ball to. Okay, here we go. So we go backhand cross court, recover, follow the line of the ball, and then cut the angle off nicely. Again, so we go backhand cross court, recover, down the line, and That's it. So you might notice that when I'm coming in, I'm never, the iPad lens is right down the middle of my garden. So you might notice that every time I'm coming in, I'm just slightly off centre from the camera. Good. Okay. Right, I think we've done all 9 there. That seems to have gone quite quick. Okay, so what we're going to do, as always then, we're going to, as player points out, off we go. So, think about where you're hitting the ball, and think about your recovery in relation to where you hit the ball. So I go down the line, so my recovery is more across, forehand cross, good, forehand cross. Think about where I'm hitting it and where I should be recovering to. Back behind the middle, defending it. Good. Okay. Excellent. Right. So a 2-minute break. Who have we got? Yeah, so the marker, Amanda, wants to be as if it's the centre mark. So imagine the centre mark on the court. So you've got the baseline, and then that little line that goes inside the court in the middle. That's where your marker wants to go. Hey Dave Fuller, hope you're okay. Good. So really today is about playing the game at both ends. Where you're hitting the ball to, and then the effect that that shot has should help you in your responsive recovery, whether you're in control of the point, and so therefore maybe moving forwards. So there's work on where you go forwards. Hi George, Michael, Joseph, hope you're okay. Adrian, good. If you're playing a good solid cross-court ball and just having to move laterally, where to move to, and if you've not quite played a good enough shot or you've been forced into a weaker response, and how you then defend and which part of the court you look to try and cover. So basically when you're defending, I mean there's lots, we can dissect that even more, but it's going to get too complicated in this amount of time that we've got. It is better weather today, absolutely George. So in terms of defending, we're really just looking at getting further back to give ourselves time. In terms of attacking, it's about taking time away, and that's really what the game is about. You know, you're either going to be attacking, rallying, or defending. So can you take time away when you're attacking? Can you create time when you're defending? And then can you hold positions when you're sort of in the middle? Good, right, we'll go one more time. So 2 minutes is up. So we'll start off just on that forehand cross-court recovery. So, just to revisit that area, it's just forehand cross-court. So, moving out cross-court, playing a good solid shot cross-court, recovering just to the side of the cone that you played the shot from, rather than getting back to the middle. So the middle of the court is only the middle of the court really when you play down the middle, or if you feel that you're defending and you need to actually cover both spaces. But most of the time when you're playing a point out, there's always a part of the court that you can leave open. It's recognising which part of that court is, so that you're never trying to always cover the whole court. You're only trying to cover areas of the court that you believe or you feel that your opponent has a reasonably good chance to be able to hit. Okay, off we go then. So 30 seconds, we just go out wide, cross-court recovery. And again, so we're not getting back behind the cone, we're just getting to the side of the cone, because the likely reality of where your opponent hits this next ball is going to be either cross-court, down the middle, or maybe down the line, but not right close to the line. So we can afford to leave close to the down the line shot open. Good. Okay, so we do the same on the back end. Same thing, we can afford to leave the down the line response from our opponent open a little bit. just a mini tram line width type of thing. Because if they can hit that ball hard and accurate, well then too good. They can have the point. But we mustn't switch off completely from that, but we'll, from our recovery point of view, we don't have to over-recover for it. Off we go. So backhand cross, cross-court recovery again. So not getting behind the cone on this, just getting close to the cone. That's it, close to the cone. And the side that you're hitting the ball from. Bang. Hit. Split. Hit. Split. Good. Okay. So this is where we bring the change of direction in, which then brings us a different recovery. So we go forehand cross court, same recovery. Forehand cross court, same recovery. Okay. Third one, we've lost the battle. We get back behind, and then we have to change our recovery position. Sorry, I'm telling you lies. That's a different exercise. Let's just put the stopper on. So this one is forehand cross, we change to go down the line, which changes our recovery position. So that one I just explained a second ago is further down the line. Okay, further down the list of shots we're going to practice. So it's forehand cross, recovery, forehand cross, recovery, forehand up the line, and then move round to the other side of the cone. Okay, let's go. So we go forehand cross court, split, forehand cross court, and then we change the direction, and then we get to the other side of the cone. Okay, and again. So forehand cross court, split, forehand cross court, split, forehand down the line, and we get to the other side of the cone. Because we know the likelihood of the response is going to make us cover better parts of the court from here. Okay? Good. So we do the same thing on the backhand. Two backhands cross, and the next one goes down the line, and we recover to the other side. So when we're working laterally, it's either to the right side of the cone, to the left side of the cone, or if we hit down the middle, then we get behind the cone. Okay? So it's just getting that habit built. So we play a good solid cross-court backhand, cross-court recovery. So just to the side of the cone that you're playing the shot from. Now we change the direction, so now we have to get across a little bit more. So, backhand cross, and backhand down the line, and recover the other side. Here we go. Backhand cross, good, and down the line, split. Good. Okay, so the next one I think is the one that I was going to jump in and do. Okay, yeah, so this is the one where we've lost the cross-court quality. So I go forehand cross, recover. The second one, we lose the quality on the shot. So I've probably gone down the middle a little bit, or a bit short, lost the speed of ball, lost the ball speed. So I'm recovering now, I recover much further back behind the cone. Okay, off we go. So I move out, that's a good forehand cross. My second one is weak, so I get further back, split, to be able to cover both sides. And again, forehand cross, good shot, weaker shot from me, get further back, behind the cone, to be able to try and cover both sides and create some time for myself. And back again. Good. Okay, so we do the same thing on the backhand. Okay. So strong first backhand cross court. Second backhand cross court is weak. So as I'm recovering back, I'm moving backwards to get further back to give myself time to be able to cover both sides. Here we go. So, good strong first one, weaker second one, get further back, split, play the shot. Again, backhand cross, and next one's weak, I get further back, And a really explosive split step to be able to change direction and covering the court that I need to cover. Good. So that's what we're defending. So let's do a little bit of attacking. So the attacking one, again, is forehand cross, good cross-court recovery, and then forehand down the line, but look where I am in terms of the camera angle. I'm not in the middle. That is the middle of the court here. I've played a forehand down the line, I'm over here, because I'm following the line of the ball. So the only part of the court I'm leaving open is that short cross-court angle. Here we go. So, and to there, move in, bang, and bang. Good. Again. Move out to it, cross-court recovery, it's come short, bang, bang. Here we go, split, and split, forwards, bang. Good. Okay. It's a good little trick this, because it's another way of conserving energy and making sure you're not using any unnecessary energy. You know, when I work on this area, I always think about football. When I play football, how my positioning isn't great and how I can be absolutely shattered after 10 or 15 minutes of playing football because I'm just chasing unnecessary movements or areas of the field, whereas people that play football well know when to move and when to chase spaces and when to not. And that's key here, is your ability to understand which parts of the court you need to cover on the likelihood of where the ball's going to go. So cross court, and I'm going down the line, following the line of the ball, volley. Good. Okay. Right. I think we're playing the point out again. So again, use that marker. Remember, it's the middle, it's the centre mark. It's the middle little line that goes inside the baseline. So use that as your central point of the court and try and construct your point using the recovery techniques we've just been working on. That's it. Change. The weaker. Defend that. Defend it again. And defend. Good. Okay. Well done, everyone. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Hopefully you could follow that. We'll have another go at it tomorrow anyway. Hey Rich Surtees, hope you're okay. So yeah, all about recovery today, on rally balls, on defending balls, on balls moving forward. So those three different sections that make up the different situations that you play in, whether you're attacking, rallying or defending, and where you're looking to try and recover to, and where you're looking to try and get to help you cover the parts of the court that are needed to be covered. Okay, bit of stretching again. So let's start off with the 100-metre sprint one today. Good. And change legs. Good, change legs again. Good. I'm going to stand up, do the hamstring stretch today. Good. Okay. Let's stretch the quads. Good. And the other one. Oh. Good. And okay, so whoop. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. So I think that was day 23, I think. Hi Shamsa, hi Zara. Yeah, so we'll do a bit of that tomorrow as well, working on that recovery and just understanding how to recover effectively. Okay, enjoy your Sunday, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow, remember, later time, 4 o'clock. Okay, cheers guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend.